is, can majority shareholders in a company force out a minority shareholder against their will? Hi, we're asking questions which have been posted on internet forums, and this particular question is, can majority shareholders in a company force out a minority shareholder against their will? Possibly, if it says that they can in a shareholders agreement. If you don't have a shareholders agreement, then no, majority shareholders can't force a minority shareholder out of the company. If that minority shareholder is also a director, then maybe they could dismiss them as a director, but they cannot make them sell their shares. The law tends to look upon shares in a company a bit like property, real property, and the court is not keen at all for somebody to have to sell their shares against their will. However, if there is a shareholders agreement, there may be certain clauses within that shareholders agreement which set out circumstances in which shareholders must sell. One common one is if the shareholders are both shareholders and directors. If somebody is then dismissed as a director or resigns as a director, they must then sell their shares. Can majority shareholders make a minority shareholder sell? The answer is no, unless it says so in a shareholders agreement. The question you have to ask is, do you really want to own shares in a company when you're so obviously at loggerheads with the people who own most of it and are running it? And the answer to that is probably no. If you are a director and a minority shareholder and then you're kicked out of the company, then it's very possible, very likely, that that would be considered to be unfairly prejudicial conduct by the court. And if you were to issue an unfair prejudice petition, the court would possibly order the majority to buy out your shares, but at a fair market value and a value which reflected any losses incurred by you due to their bad treatment. So if you're a minority shareholder in a company and you feel like you're being forced out, please speak to us because we'd love to help you. If you have any other questions about minority shareholders or companies, please put the questions in the comments section underneath this video or any of our other videos, and we will try to answer them as best as we can. If you'd like to speak to us, it's simple, it's easy. Go to the website, please press the book a meeting button. That'll take you through to my calendar. You can book a 30-minute meeting, which is absolutely free of charge.